Hey everyone, this is Zephyr, and welcome to the Baileywiki channel, where we teach everyday DMs how to create truly amazing experiences for their players by combining art and technology. We also make modular systems and scenes that you can use without any setup, and today those modular systems and scenes are what we want to talk about. If you've followed us for any length of time, you've probably seen some of our scenes or prefabs that we've used in creating some of the tutorials and showcases that we bring to you here on YouTube. But you might not know exactly what you get when you become a patron of Baileywiki. So today we're going to walk through a brief overview of all the different content you can get. As you can see from the intro, there is a lot of it. So to get started, we're going to cover everything that's in our 2D modules for Foundry Virtual Tabletop. All of our content is aimed at giving you, the Dungeon Master, utility and your players smiles on their faces and memorable experiences at the virtual tabletop. Our 2D maps are no exception to that. We have over 1,000 scenes and they cover a wide variety of uses and applications. We try to make scenes that can be used in a variety of campaigns so that if you find your favorite, you might not just use it in one game. In addition to the beautiful artwork, there are also a lot of technical features available with the 2D maps. There are scrolling maps that utilize tile scroll in order to create a great sense of movement. Monk's active tile triggers are also on full display, powering scene controls that allow you to modify the scenes once you have them imported, spring traps upon your player, or enable cross-scene teleportation. Of course, cross-scene teleportation isn't nearly as needed these days because of the beautiful levels module from Ripper, which is featured heavily in a lot of our 2D scenes that have multi-level maps that add a 3D component to your exploration with your party. Flexibility and utility being core tenets here at Baileywiki, we also provide you with extra tools in order to customize the maps even further. Of course, you have all of the art tiles at your disposal. We have over 16,000 different tiles in our library, and that also includes specially made active tile images that you can use for indicating levers, traps, etc. Finally, of course, we have one of our signature features, and that is prefabs using Token Attacher. Token Attacher allows us to attach multiple elements to a single token that represents an actor that we can then put into compendiums for you to drag out and add to your map with everything attached. They can be as simple as a pillar that's just a tile, to a lamp post with a light, or even entire buildings that have their walls, lights, and sounds ready to go for you. There's also more complex prefabs that have Monk's active tile triggers and interactive puzzles set up for you. This is always on the bleeding edge of technology in Foundry, and so we update these as much as we can, but more importantly, we give you the tools and the tutorials to know how to fix and modify and create your own pieces. Whether you're modifying a scene that you already love or building one from scratch using the tiles and prefabs, our tutorials and our utilities give you the know-how to create an amazing experience for your players in Foundry Virtual Tabletop in 2D. If you're not using Foundry Virtual Tabletop, or you want to get really granular with customizing your artwork, then we also have a variety of Dungeondraft offerings. Every month, we make the maps that we create using Dungeondraft available to our patrons. These are made using a variety of different assets from amazing creators throughout the community, but we also have our own asset packs that are included with this. These asset packs come in three kind of varieties. We have the base assets family, which is made using generative AI and then heavily edited to fit the style of Dungeondraft and the maps that we're going for. Then we have the Baileywiki Rich Textures pack, which is again AI generated with some human editing that focuses on terrains and larger scale patterns and pictures there that allow us to create backgrounds quickly and efficiently and are really easy to use. Then finally, we have the Baileywiki Assets A pack, which is our hand-drawn pack that has some more specific clutter and decor items that you may want to consider when creating your maps. It is also heavily focused on the concept of kit bashing, where you take multiple different parts and combine them to create something new that maybe they weren't originally intended to. So this is a really granular pack that's especially great for Dungeondraft power users. Whether you're wanting to further customize the maps that we already have available, see how the sausage is made, or create your own maps for Foundry, another virtual tabletop, or for in-person play, our Dungeondraft offerings have a lot of tools to get you making your maps and having fun doing it. Returning to Foundry, our advanced tier patrons also get access to our landing pages module. This is a collection of templates and tools for creating your own landing pages within your games. It's a great way to add style and flavor to your games while keeping a bunch of information at yours and your players' fingertips while using Foundry. You can link together pages like character sheets and journal entries with your house rules, etc., and even go to your world or region map. Speaking of world and region maps, there's also tools for creating your own random maps directly in Foundry rather than having to open up another platform like Dungeondraft. We use some wizardry with token magic effects, advanced drawing tools, and some beautiful tiles courtesy of Adepik Mazank in order to create that effect. All of the landing page elements are made super easy with the use of some very powerful configuration tools created using Monk's active tile triggers. With just a couple button presses, you can radically change the look and feel of your landing page or subpage. In addition to all of the templates, there's also obviously a lot of different artwork resources that you can use as well. All of these UI elements and all of the backgrounds are also available to you, and of course you can use your own. Landing pages allow you to add a lot of personalization and flavor for your campaigns, and with all of these resources, you are well equipped to do so. Our advanced tier patrons also gain access to the Baileywiki 3D module. If you're not familiar with 3D in Foundry, it's all made possible thanks to the Ripper's 3D Canvas module, which is normally one of his premium Patreon modules. However, we've collaborated with him and we can also offer 3D Canvas to our subscribers. So a subscription to Baileywiki 3D is also a subscription to 3D Canvas. Though we do recommend you check out Ripper for all of his other amazing modules that synergize with 3D Canvas. Included in Baileywiki 3D, there are over 100 beautiful 3D scenes that allow you and your players to really explore the verticality and three-dimensionality of these different environments. And just like our 2D offerings, there are a litany of tiles and prefabs available for you. As of right now, we have over 1,000 3D props for you to use in creating your own 3D maps, and there's over 100 3D prefabs that include pre-constructed buildings, ready-to-go light sources, and more, ready to go just by dragging them out of your actors' compendiums and onto your 3D scenes. And finally, because 3D Canvas is included, you'll also have access to the 3D Canvas Community Map Browser feature. This allows you to upload and download maps made by the community for 3D in Foundry. There are some incredibly beautiful 3D maps available for you in there, and many of them rely on the Baileywiki 3D module for some or all of their assets. And there's a lot of talent behind these maps. In fact, we recently co-hosted a competition with Ripper for 3D map making, and this is one of the winners in the background here. This map, along with all of the entries, can be freely downloaded from the 3D Canvas Community Map Browser, like we just showed off. And that's going to wrap up our review of all of the different content that we have available for you here at Baileywiki. There's obviously so much content that we couldn't show off all of it here. However, I hope that this has given you a decent idea about the kinds of content that you can find within our library and also just how much of it there is. It really is an incredible value here in the VTT space, and we hope that you consider joining us on Patreon. If all of this content sounds good to you, then you can join us on Patreon to subscribe to some or all of it at your leisure and get access in Foundry. If you're not ready to take the plunge and join the Baileywiki universe, then you can stick around and subscribe to the channel to keep up with all of our latest videos. We do module tutorials and showcases as well as basic videos about Foundry all of the time here on YouTube, so you can follow along for that. And of course, if you have considered becoming a patron and you're interested in how to exactly get started, you can follow the link to our playlist on getting started with Baileywiki content, linked on screen now and also in the description. Once again, this has been Zephyr with the Baileywiki channel. Thank you so much for watching, happy gaming, and have a good one.